Ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Knight, and welcome to another Rise of the Witch King commentary. This replay was sent to me by Lazarus, who's playing here, and this is 2.01, so this should be interesting. Unfortunately, the matchup is a bit, well, we have a lot of dwarves, let's put it that way. So we had Lazarus as dwarves, we have Skunk as dwarves back here, we have, what's his name, Jojo, again, as dwarves, and guess who? Dwarves again. This time it's Maddie's Merc. So we have 4 dwarven players on the west side here. This is the map Nandohirian, of course. I think I see Krebine over there, which should hint that there is an Isengard player on the right, as you can see. Let me see who it is. Mao Sania is Isengard up here. Down here we have another dwarven player, Ryu. At least the other team has a dwarven player as well. And then we have 2 goblin players. We have Tat 2, and then we have May Undead. So keep in mind this is 2.01. The dwarves in 2.01 are very annoying to deal with, especially when you're, say, goblins. So I'm sure this is going to be an interesting matchup. Let's just see what everybody's doing. So it looks like Isengard tried to scout over there, but his Krebine went down. I wonder how much he actually got to see. Now this map, of course, is Nandohirian, like I said. So in the middle here we have an inn to worry about. We also have a couple of outposts. We have an outpost up here. We have an outpost down here. And it looks like we have a mine shaft already right beside the outpost. Easy access for the dwarves to get to this outpost. And is this the same? No, it's 2 different players here. Ryu and Jojo. Actually, are they on opposite teams? Yes, I think they are. Alright, so that's interesting. It looks like one player here, Jojo, actually tried to build his forward mine shaft, or he built it right beside the forward mine shaft of another dwarven player on the other team. So, yeah, it looks like we immediately have a battle going on. Now, like I said, there were 4 outposts on this map, so there's also 2 outposts over here. And it looks like one of them was already captured, of course, by dwarves, because there's only dwarves on that team. We have a Hall of Warriors right beside it as well, and it looks like goblins are trying to take down this outpost before the dwarven player can collect too many resources from it. Now it looks like these phalanxes are trying to stop them. I don't know why they're in aggressive stance. That seems a bit overkill there. But they should be able to kill those goblins. But not before the goblins take out that outpost. So the goblins were successful. That's ultimately what they were there to do. And they managed to take out that outpost. And it looks like the builder's in trouble. Wow, is the builder going to go down? He did. The builder went down. There were only a couple of goblins left and already took down a builder and an outpost. That's pretty good. Now let's just see what's going on over here. Yeah, so we just have Isengard and goblins moving around. Now, probably planning either to take down an outpost or some kind of attack on the enemy base here. If I had to guess, I would say outpost. It's probably a good idea to take down the outposts, and the players probably wouldn't know that this outpost actually hasn't been captured yet, but either way it probably will be soon. Looks like Dwarves is heading out, and now the goblins are coming to fight these phalanxes. Of course, phalanxes are still going to be very strong units, even though they're pikemen. Of course, goblins are swordsmen, and you can see the goblins are just getting butchered here. There's just not enough of them. They're probably going to try to do a little bit of damage. It looks like the wildmen are moving in. They're chasing the builder by the looks of it, or not. Okay. I guess they are going after the outpost, but they stopped moving. They're going to want to take it down really quickly. The outpost doesn't have a lot of health, so it doesn't take long, but they need to take that down. And we have a mine shaft over there as well. What's going on over here? There's just lots of units being produced. We have 4 goblin caves. I don't know if it's the same player or other players, but it looks like dwarves here doing a bit of damage. And now a number of wildmen here trying to fight them back. Now it's just a matter of seeing how much damage the dwarves can actually do here. It looks like this outpost is actually being rebuilt, which is bad news for the team on the right. And yeah, these dwarves are not going to be able to do much more damage, it seems. I was wondering if they could actually take down this goblin cave, but it doesn't really look like it. Or maybe they can. Yeah, it looks like they actually might be able to. I didn't realize they were actually directly targeting the outpost. I thought they were just standing beside it. Or the goblin cave, rather, not the outpost. Okay, and we have... What is this? Is this the Isengard builder over there? Maybe he wants to build some lumber mills or something. We have... Oh! I'm pretty sure this guy, Maddie Smirk, isn't he this guy? Yes. Okay, so This is bad news for the player right at the back. The builder, though, running right into these goblins. I don't know what he's thinking. He's probably going to go down, and he did, but it looks like Matty Smirk got a whole bunch of goblins out. This is really bad news for goblins right now. An attack right on the back player probably wasn't that expected. I don't even know how he got his builder over here. He sneaked right past this base, as well as this base. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Well, I guess it's easier to sneak past this base because if you went down through here or something. It's just a bit crazy to think that he actually managed to pull this off. And now he's about to do a huge amount of damage. There just aren't a lot of units here to stop them. And over here, it looks like they're trying to damage this Hall of Warriors. This outpost is still around. Something's being built. Is it it's an archery range? Okay. Now, meanwhile, these dwarves still doing a lot of damage. It would be really funny if they just go for the fortress right now. Are they all on the same team, these guys as well? Ryu. I can't even remember now, because I know there's 4 Dwarven players on the same team, and then there's 1 Dwarven player that's not. So now I'm going to get confused figuring out which Dwarven player that is. And it looks like another builder is down. You never want to lose builders right at the beginning of the game like this, and the builders are especially important for building those mine shafts, because the Dwarven units are very slow. When they have control over the map using their mine shafts, then they're very dangerous. But without those mine shafts, they can't really do a whole lot. And now it looks like just a lot of slaughter over here as well. And over here, these units are still just kind of on the fringes of the base. This army's not going to last that much longer, but they might just put in more pressure on this other team. Right now, this whole game is looking very one-sided. The Western team is just pushing back the Eastern team and forcing them to defend. Now it looks like this Goblin Cave is being rebuilt. So, okay, so the white player is the 1 Dwarven player on the right. That's what I need to remember. If it's any other color, then it's the other players on the West team. Oh, we have a Berserker by the looks of it. He can do quite a bit of damage. We have Brand. Brand's going to be very annoying to deal with. And there we go. Brand uses his slam shot, kills a bunch of enemies there. And it looks like, wow. And we have another mine shaft. This is looking really bad right now for the Eastern team. It doesn't even look like the game is going to last that long. Look at this. The Hall of Warriors for the Eastern Dwarven player, it's gone down. He's got an archery range. He's got a Forge Works. But that's just not going to be able to do much. And I think, yeah, that's the Dwarven player, Matty Smirk, has actually summoned some hobbits as well. And it looks like he's desperately trying to building some towers, doing something to try to keep his fortress alive. But look at this. We've already got upgrades on these units. So it looks like, what was that? Is that Matty Smirk? Yeah. So he's actually got this upgrade. Okay, that's weird. It shows it as if it's not actually researched, but it says this upgrade has already been purchased. So it looks like, yeah, he definitely has the Forged Blades upgrades. Now he's just doing a ton of damage. So things are just looking so bad right now. And what's going on over here? Look at this. There's so many units. Oh, this is a disaster. The Eastern team just, there's not much they can actually do right now. What's going on with this player? I think he built his, he probably built his production buildings further up ahead. Probably up here somewhere. So that would be bad news because all those production buildings went down. And now, right now, it's just looking really bad. What's this over here? We have a beacon. I don't really see anything going on yet. But yeah, over here is where the action is right now. This player managed to actually stay alive here, but just with a fortress and really not much else. Now let's just take a look. I wonder if there's enough damage potential here to really bring down this fortress's health. Even if they don't succeed right now, they can always just send reinforcements. They have such a massive advantage right now, the Western team. See, this is 2.01 dwarves. You just don't want to deal with them, especially when they get their mine shafts close to your base. You're just in so much trouble. Their infantry are very powerful. And at this point, I don't see what the Eastern team can really do to turn this around. They're just not in a position to do anything. Look at this. We have Men of Dale with fire arrows as well helping, and this fortress is down, and Mao Sanya has been defeated. So now it's a 4 versus 3. The Isengard player is down, and it's 4 dwarves against 1 dwarf and 2 goblins. Yeah, we know how this game's going to end. It's just a matter of how long these players decide to take to actually finish things off, and it doesn't look like they'll spend that much more time on that. And it looks like one unit of Guardians just kind of exploring this area, probably looking for more mine shafts to take out, and there's one up there. Oh, and it looks like Tattoo has given up. He's just deleted both of his buildings there. And it looks like the game is over. Okay, so I guess all the players decided to give up at that point. It was basically a slaughter. That was painful, honestly. So yeah, you can obviously see why so many players hate dwarves, especially in 2.01. That was just, wow. That was ugh. I feel bad for the team on the right, to be honest, and 2 goblin players as well. Like, what were they gonna do against all those dwarves? It was just. That was a slaughter. It was a slaughter. It was very one-sided. But honestly, I can't even say something like, oh, the Western team was just more skilled. Well, yeah, they probably were pretty skilled, but at the same time, it was a pretty hard matchup to even... Like, the Eastern team just did not have that much of a chance. So that's it for that game. It was pretty short. It did not last very long, especially considering it was a 4v4. But, you know, a shorter 4v4 can also be interesting to watch. So this gives you an idea of just how dangerous dwarves are. The main tip to learn here is don't let the dwarves get their mine shafts close to your base. Be very careful with that, because as soon as they do that, they can put up the pressure, and their strong infantry will show up and just destroy everything. So keep an eye out for that. And that's pretty much it for this commentary. Again, this was 2.01, so, you know, it's going to be imbalanced, but that's what it was. So I'll be doing more commentaries like this in the future. This is Blue Knight. I'm from GameReplays.org. Be sure to check out GameReplays.org for more Rise of the Witch King commentaries, news, guides, tournaments, that sort of thing. There's lots of things going on there, and that's about it for this commentary. So I'll see you guys later.